Welcome back, future criminologists. In this video, I will be discussing Impeachment, Part 1. Impeachment. Impeachment pertains to the method by which persons holding government positions of high authority, prestige, and dignity, and with definite tenure, may be removed from office for causes closely related to their conduct as public officials. It is a national inquest into the conduct of public men. It is primarily intended for the protection of the state, not for the punishment of the offender. The subject of impeachment is solely to determine whether or not the official is still worthy of the trust conferred upon him or her. Who are impeachable officers? The following are the impeachable officers. 1. President. 2. Vice President. 3. Members of the Supreme Court. 4. Members of the Constitutional Commissions, which includes the Commission on Elections, the Civil Service Commission, and the Commission on Audit. 5. Ombudsman. The list is exclusive. They are the only officials who can be removed through impeachment. What are the grounds for impeachment? The following are the grounds for impeachment. 1. Culpable violation of the Constitution. 2. Treason. 3. Bribery. 4. Graft and corruption. 5. Other high crimes. And 6. Betrayal of public trust. Take note that the enumeration is exclusive. There are no other grounds to impeach an impeachable officer. Culpable violation of the Constitution. It refers to wrongful, intentional, or willful disregard or flouting of the fundamental law. Obviously, the act must be deliberate and motivated by bad faith to constitute a ground for impeachment. Violation of the Constitution made unintentionally, in good faith, and mere mistakes in the proper construction of the Constitution do not constitute an impeachable offense. Treason. According to the revised Penal Code, treason is a crime committed by any person who, owing allegiance to the government of the Philippine Islands, not being a foreigner, levies war against them or adheres to their enemies, giving them aid or comfort within the Philippine Islands or elsewhere. Ang treason ay pagtataksil sa ating pamahalaan. Bribery. The word bribery here is too broad to include both direct and indirect bribery. According to the revised Penal Code, the crime of direct bribery is committed by any public officer who shall agree to perform an act constituting a crime in connection with the performance of his official duties in consideration of any offer, promise, gift, or present received by such officer, personally or through the mediation of another. On the other hand, indirect bribery is a crime committed by a public officer when he accepts gifts offered to him by reason of his office. I will discuss in detail treason and bribery on a separate video. Other high crimes. Other high crimes are offenses which, like treason and bribery, are indictable offenses and are of such enormous gravity that they strike at the very life or orderly working of the government. Graft and corruption. Any violation of the Republic Act No. 1319 or the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act is an impeachable offense. For example, when any of the impeachable officer found to have acquired, whether in his name or in the name of other persons, an amount of property and or money manifestly out of proportion to his salary. Betrayal of public trust. This refers to acts which are just short of being criminal, but constitute gross faithlessness against public trust, tyrannical abuse of power, inexcusable negligence of duty, favoritism, and gross exercise of discretionary powers. Acts that should constitute betrayal of public trust as to warrant removal from office may be less than criminal, but must be attended by bad faith and of such gravity and seriousness as the other grounds for impeachment. Who has the power to impeach? The Philippine Congress holds the sole power in the impeachment process. The Senate is the sole judge in impeachment proceedings. However, it should be the House of Representatives that will initiate all cases of impeachment. How is an impeachment trial conducted? They are conducted according to rules adopted by each Senate. In the absence of specific rules enumerated in the Senate rules, the rules of court will be followed in the order of the presentation of evidence. How is conviction or acquittal determined in impeachment proceeding? The standard of proof required is not beyond reasonable doubt, because an impeachment is not a criminal trial. The impeachment court is not a court of law. It is a political process, not criminal. The rules of court are adopted for procedural purposes and are therefore supplementary in nature to the Senate rules on impeachment. Senators are expected to vote according to their conscience. Effects of conviction in impeachment. 1. Removal from office. 2. Disqualification to hold any other office under the Republic of the Philippines. And 3. Party convicted shall be liable and subject to prosecution, trial, and punishment according to law. Judicial review in impeachment proceedings. The acts of any branch or instrumentality of the government, including those traditionally entrusted to the political departments, are proper subjects of judicial review, if tainted with grave abuse or arbitrariness. The Supreme Court has the power to review cases of impeachment to see if they conform to the procedures and requirements enumerated in the Constitution. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.